The topics of interest in analysis are chain of custody and from data to the information. That is for the visualization purpose. So let us see what is chain of custody. The chain of custody is a process of validating the collection, that is the data we collected, and about storage, movement and production of evidence. The forensic investigator must document the characteristics of the evidence to distinguish comparable devices and to identify the evidence. The characteristics may be a serial number, damages, stickers, or other characteristics which are useful to prove that the concerning device is the device that was seized and belongs to the person concerned. For digital evidence, a hash value is a characteristic as well. To ensure that the chain of custody is not broken, evidence management is very important and it includes being able to determine which evidence came from which piece of hardware, where that piece of hardware was retrieved from, documenting all persons handling that evidence, ensuring secure storage of the evidence with limited accessibility, documenting all processes used to extract the information, and ensuring that those processes used are reproducible and would produce the same result. So why chain of custody is so important in forensics in the sense is it is necessary in the court cases. Example, no good chain of custody, that is O.J. Simpson's case, where evidence items got lost are never entered into the chain of custody. These omissions and errors have a negative impact on the legal proof, especially in the courtroom. The lawyer of the counterparty can claim in such a situation that the evidence is not legally obtained or otherwise invalid. Let us look into an example. A computer was seized on Friday 26 at 10 a.m. On Monday 1st, the investigator started the computer by accident. After this, the investigator made a forensic image of the hard disk and calculated a hash value. From the forensic image, it can be concluded that the computer is still used after the moment that it has been seized. Here the point is, once it is seized, it should not be used. So in the event of counter expertise, the counterparty might stipulate that the person who had the computer in his possession after the seizure has added incrementing evidence or has taken exculpatory evidence. So related to the chain of custody, we have to look into the integrity and other things. So when it comes to integrity, in forensic investigations, integrity is important from the moment of seizure all the way to the time that the evidence has served as a supporting evidence and has been proven in the lawsuit. Integrity ensures that the evidence has not changed from its original form. First, it is important to know that the original state of the evidence. Authenticity refers to the ability to confirm the integrity of information to its original state. When a forensic copy is made, the investigator carries out a check to confirm that the copy matches exactly same as the original. One method for checking if the forensic copy exactly matches the original evidence is the use of that is using the hash values. Hashing is the process of digital fingerprinting the data, that is the evidence. A hash value is a numeric value of a pixel length that uniquely identifies the data. Hash values represent large amounts of data as much smaller numeric values, so they are used with digital signatures. Hashing is one-way method where the substantive text cannot be derived from a hash value. A hash value makes it possible to compare another substantive text to the original text. There is a possibility to equalize the hash value of a different file to the hash value of an original file and is called as a hash collision attack. So that can be done like this. File 1 not equal to file 2, but hash of file 1 equal to hash of file 2. So there are known proof of concepts of attacks against two very commonly used hash functions, and they are MD5 and SHA-1. So these two are avoided in forensic investigations, and SHA-256 or SHA-512 are used instead of MD5 and SHA-1. From this diagram, you can visualize the collision, hash collision. Okay? So here, you see there is a hash collision. There is a hash collision. Here there is no hash collision. Different hashes, SHA-1 and SHA-2, different hashes. But here there is a collision of the hash. That is the same hashes.